everyone. Thanks for listening. Some of this footage will contain of Hitler speaking. It's used for educational content, for an analysis, what Hannah Arendt might have thought. I guess that's my disclaimer. But all right, so thanks for listening, everyone.
Es muss aber endgültig mit der Meinung gebrochen werden, als sei das jüdische Volk vom lieben Gott eben dazu bestimmt, in einem gewissen Prozentsatz Nutznießer am Körper und an der produktiven Arbeit anderer Völker zu sein. Das Judentum wird sich genauso einer soliden, aufbauenden Tätigkeit anpassen müssen, wie es andere Völker auch tun. Oder es wird früher oder später einer Krise von unvorstellbarem Ausmaß erliegen. Wenn es dem internationalen Finanzjudentum in und außerhalb Europas gelingen sollte, die Völker noch einmal in einen Weltkrieg zu stürzen, dann wird das Ergebnis nicht der Sieg des Judentums sein, sondern die Vernichtung der jüdischen Rasse in Europa.
Hello everyone, thanks for listening. Well, Hannah Arendt did not leave a single dedicated commentary on Adolf Hitler's January 30th, 1939 Reichstag speech, famous for his prophecy that another world war would result in the annihilation of the Jewish race in Europe. Her extensive writings on totalitarianism and propaganda provide a clear framework for how she would have analyzed it. Arendt would have likely viewed the speech through the following lenses. The realization of propaganda into reality. Arendt argued that totalitarian leaders do not merely use lies to persuade, but to create a functioning reality. Prophetic rhetoric. She noted that Hitler's prophecies were actually declarations of intent. To Arendt, this speech was a prime example of how a totalitarian movement prepares its followers for future crimes by framing them as historical inevitabilities rather than human choices. Collapsing fact and fiction. She believed that the ideal subject of totalitarianism is one for whom the distinction between fact and fiction no longer exists. By blaming Jews for a war he was actively instigating, Hitler forced his audience to accept a fictional narrative as the basis for upcoming state policy. 2. The logic of higher law. Arendt observed that totalitarian regimes often disregard positive law, such as traditional legal codes, in favor of what they claim was a higher law of nature or history. Natural selection. In the 1939 speech, Hitler framed the potential destruction of Jews as a natural consequence of racial struggle. Arendt would see this as an attempt to resolve the conflict between legality and justice by making human beings mere embodiments of the laws governing the motion of nature. Totalitarian consistency. Arendt highlighted that totalitarian propaganda is characterized by its internal consistency, even if it is based on total lies. She noted that Hitler projected a coherent story of past grievances and future greatness that gave isolated individuals the impression that they were part of something really big. The 1939 speech's focus on an international Jewish conspiracy provided the logicality needed to justify mass violence to a population that had been conditioned to value the leader's truth over objective reality. The transformation of political life. For Arendt, the most terrifying aspect of such rhetoric was its power to destroy the capacity for individual thought. She believed that when a leader like Hitler uses monstrous language habitually, it eventually inscribes itself on the sensibilities of the public and state functionaries, leading to the banality of evil, where individuals like Adolf Eichmann follow genocidal orders without internal dialogue. Thanks for listening, everyone. Take care.